Welcome back, episode 13 of the walkthrough. Picking up here at the Fort of Reprimand. Um, this is about the last thing we got to do before we head on over into the North Ruins. So, earlier on, we took a back route here first, guys. What it was this was one route that we took down to kind of let us into the river here, the Elak River, but also near the Dragon's Pit, which was over here. There's a little down path here. Kind of took you around, led on over to this little hut here at Elder's Hovel. Then a spirit spring jumped us up here. So I do believe it's better to start at the top and just slowly working your way down because it lets us come behind everyone here. It's makes it a lot easier. Not that it's hard. This place isn't hard at all. Alright, so you're changing the daytime. I mean, there's a few enemies here. Like the boss, I struggled with immensely. Another area where I was probably way under leveled. But this boss just has so much stamina. Like, he just keeps coming at you, coming at you. For everyone that doesn't know what I mean when I say that they have so much stamina, it's about the fact that bosses just keep going and going and going. You know what I mean? And that's what I say I like about this. Interrupts enemy attacks for the most part. Doesn't stop inspired. It does come up and hit them in the back. You know what I mean? On smaller enemies, for sure, it will disrupt their attacks. Now, we already went up there and we were able to grab like 4 or 6, something like that, smithing 8s. That's kind of what the back path allows you to get, allows you to do. And take him out. Now, I didn't mean to fall down. I was trying to do the jump, but if you do, just make sure you go on up here and grab the side of Grace. I mean, you got one on the other side too, so it doesn't really matter, but it's still nice to have, all the sides of Grace is available to you. So, as I mentioned, this allows us to start from the back, so just keep in mind, that means we have to fight the boss first, Now, you're going to see this item here, you're going to want to go for it, but make sure you look out for the trap. I haven't here yet, it doesn't stop them though. Still gonna be on your ass. This weapon does get phenomenal damage for other upgrades over here as well. It's worth a mention. Alright, so it's gonna take on our boss. And that's pretty much, yeah, all we gotta do before we start working our way down. I was wondering if we should just take him out and drop to the beginning to, come through here as normal. But I like the whole let's come behind the boss thing, And we're gonna change shields. I like this shield, but it's kind of like a situational use for me. Make sure you dodge through that. I mean, we fought these guys out in the open world, so. It's not like it's something we haven't fought before. But now he has the Ash of War, he wasn't prior, so do keep that in mind. Well, that puts up quite a few hits when you actually charge up close by. Like I said, just charge that up. Dodge through that. Your staff and fire spot, so you hit once. Oh, it doesn't have the stamina stuff. Oh, I only put on Lion spot. I need to make sure I switch that up. Hammer just stays on everybody. Gets that voice going. I like it. I don't know if you stick with it, but I like it. It's okay. As you see, it's not so bad to collect hearts here. Um, then we go ahead and, yeah, deflect hardtail, dodge through his little spinny bullshit. Try to get, what do we have in our class? Stone Barb cracked here as well with the deflect hardtail thing. Does great to help break his poise. Just try to get some heavy attacks in, and you should be fine with this one. A lot of dodge and a lot of stamina to worry about. But it's just like the main game. At first, I could not figure out how to get past this guy's moveset. Then you get through enough, and I know what I could get hit with, and it wasn't really hard at all. But there was a time where that was, extremely difficult for me. It probably took me 10, 15 tries my first time. Now it just doesn't really feel bad. I could try out new movesets on them, try out new weapons on them. I'm literally doing like weapon testing while I'm fighting them, and the first time he beat my ass. So that's what I mean. It's not so much how good you are, it's how used to the DLC are you. You know what I mean? In my personal opinion, that's what it's more about. How many times have you went through it? How much have you learned? That gets you Festive Grease, which gets you like 10 runes a hit on every attack you get. I don't know, as I say, I'm not sure why we can't fast travel. So we're going to jump over here to for a reprimand side of grace. And we can go ahead and do the inside. But the most important stuff, especially a quest item we're going to need for the place we're going next, it's actually below the fort here. So we do want to make sure, ooh, and we have a level I'm not grabbing. But we want to make sure you don't forget to hit that area. It's extremely valuable to you. 7 dirt. Alrighty. So now we're just going to proceed on into the fort and kind of just tackle this stuff from behind. We're going to go down, we're going to go to the left. For strength weapon, it does pretty good. Actually comes up pretty quick. I never even showed off this one here. It's another, great hammer option. This is more of a bigger one. Kind of reminds me of the Beast Claw or the Beast Hammer a little bit. About the same moveset, almost the same feel. Another option isn't so bad if you want to play around with it. More strength rate for sure. But yeah. I don't know really what I want to go with. Wouldn't mind doing something different here. Oh, you know what? I never even took off my other talismans. I guess while I have the arcane, we can play around with this. Never really got to use it because it doesn't do any poise, so I'm like, I don't know if I want to use it. Alright. So moving forward here. Just want to jump over these little cages. This will take you back to get a talisman. +3 version of another defense talisman. That's pretty much all of them. I mean, it's not all of them, but that's most of all the +3s we're going to get. I mean, well, we still have the one for Maiden to get from the Death Knight. It looks like one of the stamina ones from the other Death Knight to get. So we still need those. For those +3s, we have +2 erdtree favorite. I don't think there's a +3 here for that. But yeah, that one. But from the DLC, we actually got Spell Drake Talisman +3. We got now the Flame Drake Talisman +3. We also got some resistance ones. The Immunizing Horn Charm +2, which that's in the DLC. Then obviously we didn't get Stalwart yet, but we got the Clarifying Horn Charm +2, and also Modeled Necklace +1. Yeah, so a lot of the +3s. We didn't get all of them yet, but we got probably at least half of them. So resistances to certain elements, and also resistances to certain passives. So it'd be quite get 8 smithing 6s. Always useful find in the DLC with a lot of new weapons to try out. Now we're just going to go back on up. And it's pretty much time just to push on forward into the courtyard at this point, as we've done a full circle around and completely cleared this place. So that's where we came down at. Went over there. And I guess the best way to just get back to where we want to be is actually just to go back over this stuff. Oops. Jump the rail. Now this will just take us up and out. We're gonna have 2 more omen, what are they called? Omen killers to fight. One in the courtyard, one down below. I don't think this guy's too bad. Do that before it hits like so. So it's just not doing a bunch of damage. It's just more of doing blood loss, I guess. I'm on heavy mode. Oh, the fire was just making me do that. I was like, what the hell? There you go, Buster. Get my crap and shit. So from here, we're just gonna kind of do a little round of the courtyard and grab all the loot we got before we drop on down. Now the drop down's easy to miss, but there's actually a really important quest item down there if you want to get another new weapon exclusive to the DLC, which we do. It's the weapon I use to take down Radon. I've never heard of anyone else recommending it or anything like that, because I like to do my own thing. You see people online talking about their little strategies of, oh, we use a great shield and Mogan spear, or this will bleed, or that and the other. So I want to do different than other people do, so that's why I kind of just went with my own thing. But yeah, it's a really good weapon though. We're gonna get it never. No. It's actually okay. This Iris of Occultation. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, but I don't care because I don't know how to pronounce it. So sorry, I can't keep the people happy. I'm just kidding. Not resin. And then America's Rune, that's worth 80,000 runes. So you're like 200,000 level, you get like 140 or something, you pop that, you're gonna get a level, it's nice. Or if you just want to buy a bunch of smithing stones or get some upgrades, it's not bad for that either. We got the Mesmer Soldier Ashes. Now from here, you pretty much just go up, and it's gonna bring you to the other side, which we didn't have access to just at that time we were up here. There's no path over here leads to it. So now we'll actually be able to get this stuff. And I don't really think it's much of anything. I don't really remember any item at all. I just remember dropping down from here. If you guys remember, we got America's Divine Blessing on the other side. So if you didn't get that secret path there, that hidden path from the Spirit Spring, you're not going to be near that drop down that you need to get that. Like I said, nothing else here, so we are wrapped up on the Fort of Reprimand and ready to move forward into the Horn's Ruins. Okay, so we do need to wrap up our quest line, so before we get started, we're going to double check with them. Like I said, when the Great Room breaks, we pretty much just need to go and report back to all these NPCs, and some options will appear to get some items or decide to wait to the very end to get some items, and that's pretty much what it comes down to. Like, because we're breaking the Great Room this episode or next, like, it's time, guys, you know what I'm saying? So over here we could pretty much cheer more up after the Great Room breaks, like more sad, you could cheer them up. You have to wait to the very end of the game, all the way in here, I think specifically right here, and it's the very, like, pretty much there's like a big group NPC fight. Right after that fight, you go right to the main boss. So that big group NPC fight, all the side quests you didn't complete, or all the side quests you wanted to let go the full route, you get all their items here, but it's kind of useless because the DLC is over. So I have an earlier option to pretty much just tell Moore to kill himself, and he does, and then you get his shield and shit within like 2 hours from now, 2 episodes from now. But remember, whatever craft books you haven't got from the Forge of Brood, you'll lose. That's where we're going to get the rest of the craft books. Then we're going to tell him to kill himself, and we can go ahead and get his armor and his great shield, which a lot of people are going to appreciate. Also, Letta wants to hunt down people she doesn't think is really true to Mikula now that his curse has been lifted. So when we go through here, you'll have two summon signs. One, you could aid Letta to invade Hornsent and get his badass curved swords, which we're going to get. Or you could help Hornsent get an extremely rare Ash of War if you attack Letta. Or the real way to probably do this is to ignore both summon signs. Wait to the end for that big NPC battle, and you'll get all that shit at the same time, right? But we're gonna go ahead and help Letta take down Hornsent. That way we can get his weapons to actually go through the rest of this area with, and go through all this area with, and go through the last Legacy dungeon with. And it's just gonna be one option. Like, guys, when we get towards the end, there's gonna be like 5 or 6 weapons that are really badass that we're probably just gonna keep swapping out because they're all so good. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like Faith Spears that do mainly holy damage and have bleed, to a katana that does black magic that mainly scales with dex, to the Hornsent dual curved swords with blood loss on them and really cool actions of 4 that just literally wail on people 20 times to proc blood loss fast, which is really badass. And then there's other stuff too, but you know, like those are my favorite ones. But we're not even really talking about boss remembrance weapons or other ones we're gonna find. This guy down here, the main boss, has a really badass greatsword. In fact, it's like the what is it? A rune. It's literally a rune that's all bent up and fucking crazy, and it's a holy greatsword that's kind of really badass actually for PvP. So there's just so much cool shit, and that's the purpose of the walkthrough, is to get us all the cool shit we can as early as we can, right? So, but yeah, we're getting close to kind of wrapping up those quest lines and tell you guys your choices. Then we're going to make the best choices for the walkthrough to get the most stuff, to get the best stuff, or get to the best stuff early so we can actually use them for the DLC. But we'll let you know your choices so you guys can just make your own choice and figure out what is worth it to you. Either way, I just wanted to get into that because honestly, it's about that time, you know? Like, we're going to go through Bonny Village. As soon as we come out from Bonny Village, we break the Great Room. Right after that, we talk to NPC, get probably what I know to be the last cookbook, and we can finish up Moore's Quest and close that on out immediately. Then right when we enter the Shadow Keep, we can go ahead and get that weapon immediately. So, you know, it's getting close, guys. It's worth talking about. Right. Let's go and report to Anspach. So I haven't found any more just yet, which we're not far from. Nothing going with him. But this is pretty much what you're doing. You're just, before you break the Great Room, you guys want to go through and make sure you're talking to all the NPCs. And I think they're all pretty much stuck on standby until the Great Room breaks at this point. We have them all caught up, you know what I mean? No one's saying nothing new. Like, Freya's going to go to the Shadow Keep. That's where her shit picks up, so there's nothing going on with her. Let me go check with Letta. But they all should be caught up and we're ready to break the Great Room as far as I'm concerned. There's just nothing else going on at the time. Like, we've already done it all.
I found the site of a new cross.
Okay, new cross map. And this is why we're trying to tighten everything up before we break the Great Room, or you'll miss this kind of stuff. I swore here it gave us to us. But yeah, it's showing one, literally where we're going, more of the ruins. It's so hard to read. So it's showing one of the Legacy dungeons, showing all the ones at the start. Castle Insis, yes, and he's showing the one at the North Ruins. He's showing the one right outside of Castle Insis, which we already got. And he's showing one up by the Shadow Keep, but we'll get to that. We're not there yet, right? So don't worry about that one for now.
We are all it is what but
That's how the Monk Horn sits. So we're good there. Alright, let's go on over to North Ruins. Get this party started, y'all. I like this place. I'm gonna tell you right now, this fucking place is a nightmare to navigate. I'm trying to think of the best way. We zoom in, we can kind of portion out. But honestly, it's like most of the stuff, you can just pretty much stay on Torrent and just kind of circle around and get it all. You just really need to focus on the center, as that's gonna drop down. So I would like to try to do it on foot. But like I said, I mean, we've already got the fragment from the pot dude, pot bro. We try to kind of just circle from the right, go wide, and make sure we got everything. Now, that's going to be a lot, and I mean a lot of people to kill. If you notice, we were hardly doing damage to even the Shadow people when we first got here. Now we've got all of our upgrades, so I guess their damage is pretty big with the upgrades. It is, especially when you look at the fancy little numbers on the screen. But the way how it actually feels, the damage negation doesn't ever really feel better to me, even though it's showing your resistances to everything has went up. tenfold. It's just because the enemies are keep getting stronger and having more health as you go too. So it's really just not going to feel that way. Like I said, we're just going to swing wide. Now that's back over where the ghost dragon was, so we know we're good there. And get a little vantage point. And we're definitely on the outside of this place, so just clear all the enemies as we go. Less shit to deal with. That's the pop dude we killed prior, so we know we're still in the outskirts here. And right there in the center, that's the hole we're going down. So after we take out these guys, we're probably just going to circle around real quick. That awning over there, like the first ruins, how we went in there and got the black fireflies, you know, up top, and kind of jump in that hole. There's actually nothing there this time, so I'm not really worried about that. Remember your curse blade. You're quite done. You are now, dickhead. He's the most annoying thing here. So besides him, you know, nothing really too crazy. Just regular shadow people, shadow dogs. Now this is obviously where we're gonna be, you know, wanting to get down to. Slowly work our way down. And as I mentioned before, there's like two ways to go down, right? One's kind of a situation that'll throw you off. So you're gonna see this story like, okay, this is the way down for sure, and you'd be wrong. I'm not saying you shouldn't go down, but I wouldn't go all the way down. In fact, if you do, you're just gonna fall and drop. But, you know, like that being said, there's still items, you know what I mean? So you still want to briefly come through here, but no, this is not the way down. You're gonna see this drop. You see that building and that building down there. Really cool design actually, but you're just not gonna survive that fall, guys. So I'd come down here, get your craft and stuff, and just go back up. Then where we want to go down is kind of like the other side of the hole. You're gonna see it's like a really narrow place to jump down at too. It's weird. That's where you want to go in it. Have a little back section really hidden, you know. So it's just kind of weird. Oh, I stuck up here now. Where's Torrent? Let's over there. I have to grab. Alright, so now we're just going to get on Torrent and kind of just circle around the area, guys. And this is really like a double check. There is one item on top of a roof. And that's pretty much the roof you drop down at. So if you guys want to just leave that for navigation till the end. That's it right there. It kind of just tells you where to go. I don't really think there's anything else here. If you guys know of anything, you tell me. As you see, just, you know, not much else going on. Although this is a very important place, it's not like there's a bunch of shit here. It's more about the path. Lovely. Fucking lovely. That's your homeboy, did you? You're fucking. Yeah, these guys with their rocks, they actually do quite a bit of damage. Oh, they're interrupting my attack? I didn't think they were strong enough to. About done with a minor inconvenience, blowing them to hell. Okay, so like I said, we're pretty much done here. If you guys want to kill the shadow people, you know, feel free to do so. But you're not going to be like missing out on anything or anything like that of actual importance. What we're looking for is this right here. That's the item we're after. Like I said, this is the best way to kind of navigate it, as the route we're trying to take is so well hidden too. So if you didn't know how to get to the bottom there, god damn, bro, fuck. It's right here. It's not the doorway. It's just little, tiny little pathway hidden here. Not even where the main hole is, kind of beside it, But this is how you actually get all the way down. Quite hidden, quite crazy. Okay, so before we head on up, that's where we want to go down. But I think we did want to go up first for an item. Then going down will actually get us one of the newer incantations, like these huge golden arcs. They're pretty cool. Oh, no, that's a smaller golden arcs for now. We'll get the huge one later, my bad. Yeah. Just crafting shit. On the back side. There's one more thing over here. Or no, is that where we already were? Okay, no, it's down at this part. I get them mixed up. I don't know why, but you could actually ride towards here. It's so weird. You would never, I mean, no, I think about it. But you'd never think of it, We're not going that way. So over here by this building, there's going to be a couple casters, faith casters, like at the beginning of the DLC. They were like guarding the backhand blade. Yeah, drop here. Drop here. There's just like a single guy down here. And I don't remember anything else as far as, all the way down. And Shadow Sunflowers, you get some craftables, and now we're about to head on out into Bonny Village. Bonny Village is kind of neat, kind of different. It's like a potentate village, pop village. And there's actual potentates there. The people, it's like, they're almost set up like NPC invaders, but they're definitely PvE. And they're all using, what was it? The butcher's blades, the big great swords. I guess they're the people that are actually taking care of the pots. And they're here trying to attack us with a lot of shadow people and things of that nature. Now I do want to tell you guys here, there is an extremely important quest item here. If you do not get it, just to state this now, if you do not get this quest item, you will be locked out of a whole regional area in the DLC. So it's going to show that off. So up here, these are the first finger ruins you do. After that, these will be the second and the third underground, very hidden. But we need to get a gesture here. There's a false wall in the back of Shadow Keep, right here. Using this gesture, we'll raise a wall up, and then you could enter this whole area. Without this gesture in Bonny Village, you will not get there. So before we do anything else here, we're going straight for it, so we know we have it, and we don't have to worry about it. So right when you climb up, from like right over there, just kind of going to the left side, which is pretty much the northeast heading here. You're just going to see an old tree. Make sure you jump that gap, big gap. If you don't, you just go all the way south and then work your way up from the other end. Now we do need to clear this village, so keep that in mind. However, you need the Oh Mother gesture, and that's what that is. Like I said, that's one of the most important quest items, or key items, in the entirety of the DLC, in my opinion. It leads to summons and weapons and all types of shit. Alright, now since we already went this way, we might as well just start tackling this place from the back. So I like to use the summon here, not because it's difficult, but because there's so many guys you can slowly go through and kill. I do find it beneficial to use the summon just to help me thin the herd a bit, Not because I'm worried about them killing us so much as I'm just trying to not spend an hour here, you know? So the best time to attack is when you actually see these guys trying to sharpen their blades in the rock. Here's an opening. And, I mean, there you go, there's one. I forget, I think there's like 3 altogether, but one's all the way on the other side. I would say a majority of it's just pop people, or not pop people, but shadow people. There'll be a few items, obviously hefty pots. There's another upgrade for our summons. Just like I said, just a couple things. The majority of the cool stuff is like where these bridges takes us. Like that takes us across to all this optional stuff, but the other bridge takes us to Bonny Jail. Now Bonny Jail is filled with badass shit. The armor of night, the shield of night, which I can't wait to show that off. Get him, Mimi. Mimic's just gonna help you clean house, really. Alright, so now we're circling around, and we just want to make sure we got all the items out of this part. Then before we go across to the other side, guys, what we're after is the lower area. It's like a little crater we need to get down into. What the hell? I think it's one of those skulls with runes in it stuck to the side of the hill. That was weird. Usually, like, they're on the ground. So from here, like I said, we just want to go on down. Dumpling. That's just looking down. Yeah, that's a later zone over there. Another area like this whole path, very secretive, hidden path. All this, there's a lot of great shit there too. Like everywhere you go in the DLC, every time you find an area, all of it just has great items. It's not like, hey, wait to the end for cool items, because you're getting weapons and armors and shields and spells, incantations, silly items. Like you're always just getting cool shit, no matter where you are. You know. I like the base game where you just gotta wait to the very end for all the best stuff, and I do like that. There's a lot of stuff that's great. It's just different. It's about choices, not so much something being better than something else. Like the main boss weapon at the end, like they're cool. They're definitely not my favorite weapon though, and that's what I like about it. Because a lot of times it's like you have to wait to the end of the game for the best stuff. Here, everything's kind of the best stuff, you know? It's more about options than it is what's better than something else. Because we already have plenty of weapons. In fact, we got Rolana's pretty early on, and that's about the strongest weapon there is in the whole DLC, you know? Then grab the revered spirit ash. Now we can go ahead and grab Torrent here, guys. Save us some time, because I would at least like to fit the Bonny Jail in this episode. We got like 20-something minutes. Yeah, we can pull it off. I'd like to fit the Bonny Jail that way. Next episode, all we gotta do is progress over the other bridge. It's like I said, there's 2 bridges. This one takes you to Bonny Jail. This one takes you where we're gonna progress through. So if we go ahead and get this little cliff knocked up, or knocked out, all we gotta do next episode is progress here, break the Great Rune, and you know, get on track for a lot of really good stuff. So I like to just kind of do areas in full, so when I move on, I know, hey, that shit's done. There's no reason to come back. That's exactly why we haven't started this rolling coast yet, guys. You know, like we could have went down there and did most everything but the end of it, but why go back if you don't have to? You know, it just doesn't make much sense to me. Let's just try to, you know, clear it all as we go. If we can't do something yet, wait and do the whole region all at once. where the actual items here are. I mean, we got the revered spirit axe, but we haven't got the hefty crack pot. We ain't got the Bonnie's butcher blade or none of that kind of stuff. There's a hefty crack pot. So all that's like in the first little section you would originally start from. But like I said, we kind of jumped across for the gesture because of that. We started in the back. Over here, item on the steps, there's like a little hut where I go under. See, typically, like, the way I was gonna do it, like in my own playthrough, I did all this stuff, even like the side areas in the back of the shadow keep, where I ever even did Frozen Grave. And I like that, because it actually makes sure we have enough hefty crack pots to take down that furnace skull, you know? Like now if you want to craft, so I got like 5 or 6, you know, we went up there with 3. And you need like 5 to take down the furnace skull, so. Alright, maybe you can keep clearing this here if you want to, buddy. We're like done here. You got the Bonnie's butcher blade, and it's kind of like the butcher knife from the main game, but this one doesn't have holy. The one the main game does, same thing, no holy. Alright, let's go hop on Torrance, and we're going to be going over this bridge first, so it's the one like kind of towards the south. Do keep that in mind. I see a lot of pots hanging. I tried shooting them down to see if there's any other bell bearings, but there wasn't. But when we take the other bridge, that will actually lead to a bell bearing and another larval tier. Cookbook for the Forager Brood, you know, kind of like the more, how you say, hidden type stuff, you know what I mean? More obscure items. We will have some scorpions to deal with over here before we go on into Bonnie Jail. Alright, like some big boys. There they are. Got him. Once again, that's looking over, not late game, but later game. This one probably won't be there for, I don't know, 5-6 episodes. It hit him pretty hard. Must have hit him dead on. Alright. Just got some more crafting stuff. Maybe worth just going around. It's just a tiny area. It's not going to hurt, you know. One of these close to another item. I'm probably confusing it with somewhere else, most likely. Some areas are similar to others, and I mean, I think I'm about to find an item, and I'm like, oh, nope, that's the other place. It looks like this. It happens in the DLC quite a bit. So now at Bonnie Jail. Now this place, like I said, is really cool. Gets you some really cool stuff. We're gonna go ahead and bring our summon up to plus, what is it, where we at, plus 6? There's only 4 more upgrades for our summon. Yeah, they're already up to 3. I was just wanting to see how many blessings we needed to upgrade them. So they're already up at 3. Let's go ahead and change some shit up here. For one, alright. Obviously there's gonna be like more pots and shit in here, guys, so what do we want to use? Still never checked this out. I mean, I don't have it upgraded either, but history run with God Slayers. It's been a minute. This place is tricky, not like tricky. There's definitely one path that's kind of hidden here, which leads to something really good. So as you go down, guys, make sure you're kind of doing a little quick U-turn to the right. Frozen maggot. Whoa, you got some distance on that one, my dude. Alright, got that. Now this isn't like the other one where we like, you know, jump through the hole here. We'll actually get to that side here in a bit. Draw to the right. Where's any path here? I remember. Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, we need to go ahead and do this really quick. So yeah, even though I took notes on this and started confusing it with the other one again. So go ahead and drop here on this spot, guys. Roll down. Roll down if you're impatient like myself. Now this is the one where there's like items in a cell. Need to get to. Now, if you notice, the enemies here aren't doing as much damage as they were on the other ones. As I said, typically you probably should wait a little longer for Charlotte's Hidden Grave, but we didn't have much problems down there. You know, the enemies were hitting hard and had a lot of health, but it wasn't like too bad. But yeah, these guys are gonna have a little less health than the other guys, a little less damage than the other guys as well. There's nothing else here, so I'm gonna go to the right. As I said, they're so similar. The last two, I do kind of mix them up here and there. Where was he? There he is. Not be grabbing us today, sir. I forgot what the point was actually coming back here. Because when you go up, there's like nothing, you know? But it wants you to come back here, you know? It wants you to take the drop down. See, there's nothing hidden here. All there was really was like some frozen maggots. So I never understood what the point was. That's probably why I didn't, you know, bother writing it down during notes of this episode. This is going to take you back up to the top. It's kind of back where we started at. It has me so shook of why, you know, that's there. There's going to be like 3 guys in this corner, right here behind the cell. Can't really see them, so watch out for them. Don't let them grab you for sure. They just eat away your health. There. Where is it? Ah, you got me. I thought he was on the damn right. We're about to drop down. And this is where I said it's kind of like the other area, especially this part, because you drop down. Now the first path you want to take when you drop is to actually turn around. Because the other path over there is where you progress at. This is like more of the side path. We already used all this shit for so many hours during the base game. You know? DLC. That's what I said during the DLC episodes when we were playing the walkthrough. I just really want to try to stick with, you know, the weapons and equipment from the DLC. That's why I put on this armor, even though it's not my favorite armor. And I'm trying to stick with the weapons and stuff like that to kind of showcase them. I mean, we've all had the other game for a long time. go ahead and get your 4 Smith & 2s. But yeah, all this stuff's new, so I'm trying to at least stick with the stuff, but sometimes just some weapons are super useful, you know what I mean? I was just going to drop this back down the room. Oh wait, no, we have to go here. Alright, Stalwart Horn Charm +2. Now we have all those resistance types. I guess we could just jump through because it's in the hole right there. It's in the other room. But hell, at least we won't have that long run back to do. So you're going to take that. I was going to take the ladder back down, but the other hole is right here, you know, so. Because we would have had to run back down that hallway anyways. Alright, now we're going to take the path going west. It's kind of like downhill. That's the easy way to remember it. Like, that's fairly uphill, but you can clearly tell this is downhill. You know what I mean? As you go down here, we're going to have to turn around immediately, pretty much, for the left. Yeah, that path. We have these guys do it, but I'm not doing any fire damage on the weapons. There's not much I can do about it. There's usually one right above the old kid. But you know what? It's because you guys are annoying. I want to go on my way. They're going to be above your head too. So this is right where you came in if you kind of just turn around and go to the left, obviously. Just in case people don't see it. I missed it. There's nothing much. I think it's like a rune one. Yeah, that's what he likes to get up there. Invigorated, cured meat. This is the way we're going to progress. So, we're going to roll off. And like I said, it's similar, very similar to the other one. You know, you're going to have pots to fight. Be able to get a cracked jar. And that item up on that ledge, you cannot access in this room. So don't worry. As you won't be grabbing it right now. We have to take an elevator to get to that. Pretty much where you come out of this room at. So. There's our broken room. Got mixed up. Alright, so let's just go through here. Killing all the pots. That's where it came down at. There was nothing in the corner. Alright. Alright. I don't need mana to get damage on here. Yeah, much more damage than the other place. They probably should have waited, but I don't know. If we can get an optional area done, why not? There's a little above our level, wasn't bad. But yeah, we should probably done this area first. Which is weird, because this is typically a later game, you know? It's later on in the world for sure. You can get a charge for Hidden Grave, like at the very beginning of the DLC if you want to run straight there if you know what to do. There's a lot of them, guys. There's a lot of these assholes for sure. What the hell? Keep it like the little scrap pile or something. I don't know what the hell that's about. And it just brings you back up. So we got that item. Okay, so we're good to go. Now I've tried using an arrow to shoot these pots down to see if like there's any bell bearings in them or not, and there's not. There's just nothing going on with them, unfortunately. I tried. My bad, y'all. It's Mountain Dew time. Okay. I know we got another jump out of here. There it is. God. Running out of heals, brother. Running out of heals. Like I said, behind him, there's consumables. I want to say it's the thing that, what's it called? It like poisons you but heals your health. You guys know what I'm talking about. We just picked some raw meat dumpling, I think it is. So you're gonna find that behind him. And I don't think it's a drop. I'm pretty sure it's just there the whole time because I've gotten it every single time. That's why I kind of mentioned it. It's definitely not a chance drop. Alright. Here's where it gets tricky. And not so much tricky as you just really, more than anything else, you need to just pay attention. Well, we'll get to it here in a minute. But there's an elevator. And this elevator's going to take you down. But instead of getting off when it takes you down, you just need to try to stay on. Hey, dumbass. You're out of your league, brother. Alright, let's go on in here. I think there's another guy. Ah, you motherfucker. How come every time, even though I've went through and took notes and went, I know everything is here, but how come every single time I walk in, I'm like, there should be a guy. I look on the right, he's on the left. I look on the left, he's on the right. Every single time. Gotta love it. In fact, before we move on though, that's going to take us off that hill and actually progress. We did check the cells. Alright, so we came down at. Okay, we're good. I just want to make sure we actually checked all of the cells. Because it might just be like a silver horn tender or something like that, but still. I do believe we probably already picked that up, honestly. So this is the elevator I was referring to, guys. So when you drop on this, and you'd miss such good items if you didn't think of this. And I missed it the first time. I came back on my second playthrough and found this. So, instead of getting off right here, just wait. And you're not going to go to where you were. You're going to surpass that, right? And then you're going to go up here. Now, when you get here, roll off. Right here on this bench is a new set of armor. I mean, it's cool. It's really unique and kind of dark. But it just makes you look like super like skinny. So I didn't really care for it. But you see, it's very badass and very unique. Helm of Night, Armor of Night, Gauntlets of Night, and Greaves of Night. It's really cool. I wonder how the helmet would look, or the helm would actually look with this armor set we got though. It's just like a darker black than what we're wearing. I don't know, it's just weird. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird, bro. How far up did I go? Alright, now this, on the other hand, is something really worth mentioning. I really don't know why it's staying in there, but I'll make space for it. So right here, one of my favorite items in the whole DLC, the Shield of Night. This thing is absolutely badass. Only 60 damage negation to physical. Magic damage negation is at 70 though, and like this shield 38 everywhere, this is 45 everywhere. A little less physical damage negation, but this shield can do damage, so you're gonna get guard counters off this and you can fire back this black magic, And it's the same kind of black magic that's on the katana I'm going for, I keep talking about. And that's why I like it so much. In fact, this shield goes very, very, very well with, that katana build. And that's where you originally came out of. Now, we're almost out of time, but we should have just enough time to finish this up, because they're like right at the boss. And that's a somber shield, so I'm probably going to go ahead and take it to plus 10. As I'm pretty sure the build I want to do. But since it's just a shield, we'll probably just do 9. I'm going to try to show this thing out. If you get the guard counter, yeah, see, it's not upgraded though. But that thing hits for a very high amount of damage. When the time is right. It's upgraded. Bitch. I thought it was out of mana already, that's why I hit the action 4 just to get a little bit of damage boost. I don't remember anything in the turnaround. Okay, and there's your boss fight. We're like right there. Fucking do that again. Yeah, there wasn't even nothing in there. Forgot about that. Okay, so we're about up to the boss. We're obviously gonna die the first time with 200,000 runes. It's only 250,000 runes, bro. No big deal. Alright, now we're up to the boss. Like I said, we're definitely gonna die the first time. So there's that. Yeah, well, there's so many good shields in the DLC. I'll be swapping them out, here and there. Because they're all good for different reasons. But this guy, he's got to suck to fight, guys. He's got to do this, and it pretty much just like masks his location. Like, it's not really the hardest, but with no health, it's gonna be a problem. I guess we got that frostbite proc from the Rancor spirits. See, as I said, this weapon, see, most enemies just die too quick for that proc hits off. But yeah, this definitely does frostbite because of the Rancor spirits. I actually went back and looked that up because I was so curious about it. But yeah, now we're done here. That's all that shit taken care of. Bonny Jail taken care of. So what we're going to do is go back to Bonny Village. So next episode, we can just progress here, hit the hut, and move our way back into here. Get the Great Room broken, get the NPC stuff going on, and everything else. So let's just jump on back to Bonny Village. Get ready for probably one more of my favorite episodes moving forward. Like, I really like this area a lot. But yeah, so we're just going to rest up here at Bonny Village. Get ready for our next episode. So as I mentioned, we're going to move here. Hut for a poison whip. And go up here. Great room breaks right there. We'll have a tower to hit for like that big jar cannon from the base game, but this one does magic damage. Forger Brew Cookbook. Larval Tier right around here. We'll talk to the NPC so we can do the quest in the Finger Ruins. That'll be the Great Room Broke for Sterling Coast. NPC for the Finger Ruins. Then we're just going to work our way back into the back part of Shadow Keep. So the next 2 episodes we'll have all this wrapped up and that. Then after, we can go talk to Moore and his quest and get his armor and great shield. So y'all stay tuned, and we will be back here shortly with more Shadow of the Erdtree.